I'm Richard Quest. Quest means business. This is CNN, and the news always comes first here. Straight to Perugia, where Amanda Knox and Rafael Solito are arriving from prison, where they are now attending the courthouse. These are live pictures coming to us at CNN. An Italian court is getting ready to issue its decision in the Knox appeal. The court has already said that a ruling will be issued roughly an hour from now. Now, a few moments ago, Knox was driven away from the prison where she's serving 26 years. She has maintained her innocence throughout. Also, Rafael Sollecito is also now in the courthouse. He spent the day at the same prison as Knox. We're told by those who were at the prison that Amanda Knox spent the day in chapel with members of clergy and singing hymns. The appeal basically rests on evidence of the DNA of the murder of Meredith Kercher and whether that DNA evidence was tainted during the investigation. The decision from the ruling jury in an hour from now. Finally from us tonight, allow me to recap the main story of the day. An Italian court in Perugia is getting ready to issue its decision in the Amanda Knox appeal. The court says the ruling will be issued just around 30 minutes from now. This is the scene in the courthouse, live pictures from inside the courtroom as lawyers, family, no sign of the two convicted students. The American exchange student Amanda Knox and her former Italian boyfriend Raffaella Sollecito, they are both appealing against their convictions in the 2007 murder of the British student Meredith Kercher. Their appeal has largely been based on questioning the DNA evidence of blood that was found at the scene. A jury of 8, 2 professional judges and 6 lay assessors have heard their appeal and have said they will decide in the next 30 minutes. A short while ago, Amanda Knox left prison and arrived at the prison, along with Sollecito in a separate van. We now await the decision. And that is Quest Means Business for tonight. I'm Richard Quest in London, because the news never stops. Neither do we. This is CNN.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ralitsa Vassileva. This is CNN, the world's news leader, and here are the headlines this hour. Our top story, the Amanda Knox appeal coming to a dramatic close in Italy at this hour. A ruling is expected about 30 minutes from now on whether the murder convictions will be overturned for the American exchange student and her former boyfriend. Knox made her final plea to jurors Monday morning and then was brought back to jail to wait while the jury deliberated. Italian Parliament member Rocco Ghirlanda visited her there and described her as calm and confident.
Amanda is good. She's calm. She is praying and singing songs in the chapel. She is being allowed to stay there with Father Sorrow. She is calm, very, very calm. She says, unfortunately, I have some terrible hours ahead of me because I have to wait. The deliberations in these cases are tough, but I am still calm.
Does she have hope?
She is absolutely convinced she will fly home to the U.S. tonight.
CNN's Becky Anderson is standing by outside the courthouse in Perugia, and Becky is joining us now live. So, Becky, set the scene. What can we expect now?
Yeah, OK, well, that decision will be delivered, we are now being told, in about 45 minutes, 15 minutes after we were expecting it, at around 9:45 local time. It will be delivered in the courthouse just behind me here. That is where Amanda Knox is with Sollecito, her former boyfriend. They are there. They're not in the courtroom, we are told, but her family and her lawyers are. And if you just want a sense of the drama here in Italy, let me just give you a sense of what's going on here. Somebody talking here, but you can see the scrum, the media scrum here. Huge drama as we await this verdict. Will Amanda Knox's conviction of murder be overturned today on appeal? Will it be upheld, or could it be partially upheld, which means that she would be returned to prison for a reduced sentence? It all hangs on what the presiding judge, Hellman, says about 45 minutes from now. Ralitsa?
And Becky, what happens if the appeal is accepted and the conviction is overturned?
If that appeal is accepted and the conviction is overturned, Amanda Knox and Solecito will be returned to prison, but simply to pick up their things and to fill out the paperwork. We don't know whether she will leave tonight, but it is expected that she will be out of the country as soon as possible. Ralitsa?
And so what now we expect is that the decision is going to be based on the DNA evidence, on the credibility of the DNA evidence that was presented.
Yeah. And that is absolutely key. Forgive me, people are clapping around here. There's somebody making an announcement. It's nothing to do with the trial, the verdicts, let me tell you. Yeah, the DNA evidence was key in this. Two independent investigators took a look once again at some of the most significant evidence, which was blood, which was on a knife, a small amount of DNA, and that was included in blood, which was on a knife that the prosecutors had said was used to kill Meredith Kercher. And let's remember, lest we forget, there is a victim here. Meredith Kercher in November of 2007 was brutally sexually assaulted and murdered. Rudy Gawede, who was a drifter who was living here at the time, is now doing 16 years for that murder. But of course, Solecito and Amanda Knox, of course, were also convicted of that in 2009. So the independent investigators say that the forensics on that DNA are not adequate enough to stand up in court. They say it is no longer admissible. Whether it was contaminated or not, they say it is now inadmissible. And that is what this appeal has really been riding on. There is other evidence, but the lawyers for Solecito and Amanda Knox have stuck to the principle that it was this DNA evidence which was crucial to their conviction, which is now inadmissible, they say, in court. The decision about 40 minutes from now.
All right, Becky, thank you very much. Becky Anderson there outside the courthouse in Perugia, Italy.